Right. I mean, we need tons of infrastructure upgrade and repair. But the president yesterday talked about funding it by borrowing money because interest rates are essentially zero at the moment. So the money is free. You can borrow the money for the infrastructure bill. You wouldn't have to necessarily appropriate it. He's always had an idea of public-private partnerships to redo the infrastructure anyway. From the very first moment that he proposed massive infrastructure repairs, he's always talked about public-private partnership. And a lot of people, what do you mean? How does this work? What, private? I said, well, you let some company come in and name a stretch of highway after itself for building it. I think with the work being done now with all these companies, the CEOs, each day meeting with the president, briefing, we are seeing the foundation, the formation of what would be a public-private partnership in infrastructure in 2 weeks. Because they think that we can live with waiting an additional 2 weeks every 2 weeks. If they tell us 6 months, that won't work with this. And it is the uncertainty combined with nobody talking about it. Right now, all of the talk is about medical. All the talk is apocalyptic when we are discussing the virus. It's all apocalyptic. It's all into the world. It's all into this. It's all death. It's all new numbers, 2.2 million, 200 want to end. It cannot go on like this. At some drift toward Great Depression status before we stop it. That's just raising that question could get me into trouble. Just bringing it up now because nobody in these briefings is talking about it other than Trump saying we're going to get back up or in a generic sense. So I have a couple pieces here I want to share with you. Excerpts. Ben Domenech, the founder of the Federalist, strategery right into a Great Depression. Well, I saw this today. I said, right up my alley. It's exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Here's the sub-headline.
In the street, teachers want to look good to the students. That's cool. A French call it savoir-faire. You want to look like you're on top of things, right? Not like a schmendrick, a schlump. Be like a Dean Martin type. You know what I mean? Cool, slick. Bobby Darin epitomized slick, right? I could talk about the killing of Big Daddy if you want. The sad truth. But he died at 37. Married a waitress named Lillian Sweet, blah, blah, blah. I like the guy because everyone wants to be cool. Do you know any guy who doesn't want to be cool? I don't care whether let's say you're a farmer, you want to be a cool farmer. Let's say you're, whatever you are. Cops want to be cool in the street. Teachers want to look good to the students. That's cool. A French call it savoir-faire. You want to look like you're on top of things, right? Not like a schmendrick, a schlump. The Woody Allen characters would be a schmendrick, a schlump. Talk about what I said to you, but no one's calling it. What do you want from me? I'll say it again. The Army hero that Nancy Pelosi drug up looks like a Manchurian candidate to me. No calls. I say to you, the ISIS leader was a rapist and a genocidal maniac. He killed more Shia Muslims than Americans ever did in any battle. Okay? And Trump doesn't get the credit for it. No. Drudge Report, because it's run by a man named Drudge. No calls. I've given you leading statements, leading questions, leading topics. I've asked you if you're at my event tonight, which is sold out. You can get it as of, I think, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as a video download for 30 days. No calls. But we have one caller only today, Jimmy of New York. Everyone loves Jimmy. Jimmy, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Can't go on like this. And now there are two pieces, two articles, two columns, two blog posts. Actually, they're longer than that. Getting us. And more on that in just a moment. The uncertainty of when this is going to end is the big plague right now outside of the virus. But Donald Trump is not scared. He's invited the entire country to be involved in this. He talks to us directly every day. And this is what upsets them. It upsets them that they can't mediate him. It upsets them that they can't recast what he says because he has direct access. Public-private partnerships that have developed here that I think they're a combination of optimism and patriotism, but it's also determination. Just put up a slide during his briefing of Winston Churchill. And Winston Churchill, and I'm going to paraphrase the quote, Winston Churchill said, doing your best doesn't matter. Doing your best is not what's going to get it done. Doing your best is irrelevant. Doing what's necessary is the key. I think that is a distinction without a difference. I think it's a profound difference. I'm doing for participation trophies, but it doesn't accomplish as much as doing what is necessary. And in Trump's world, you do what is necessary. Carnival Cruise Line told Trump, we can match those big Navy hospital ships with some fully staffed cruise ships. We'll be happy to. General Motors and Ford said, you know what? Hold our cars. We can make some ventilators. We'll be making cars by next week again. Construction companies, here shut down. I don't care where well, here where we live, there's more road construction going on than I can ever remember, and they're taking advantage of the fact that there's no traffic to do it. Now, they may be creating new potholes, but they're still out there doing road construction work. And home building is still going on, and commercial real estate, commercial building is still going on. You know, different definitions in different places of what essential work is. Restaurants and schools are saying, we've got kitchens and staff, we can come together to feed the kids. These are things that are not happening out